What's up guys, Justin at Empire Music, empiremusic.com here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And today doing a video on a new release from Fender. This is part of the new Player 2 Modified series. This is the Player 2 Modified HSS Stratocaster. So we've done videos on at least all the guitars in this series up until now. The basses we do not have yet, so videos on those coming. But exciting times because we have new finishes, new features, new stuff to talk about. So before I get into these guitars, I just want to remind you, go to empiremusic.com. You'll see these guitars listed by serial number and all the guitars and basses we have in this Player 2 Modified series listed by serial number. Actual photos of all the guitars, and remember we do a full pro setup on these guitars before they ship to you. So after you call and purchase, or purchase through the website or third-party channel, we will dial these guitars in before we pack them up and ship them to you. So big part of what we do, we're proud of it. If you have questions about what that is, go to the website, chat with us, or give us a call. All right, Player 2 Modified Stratocaster, HSS. So HSS is one of my favorite Strats. It's what I play personally. So anytime we have the added element of a humbucker on the bridge, I think it makes the guitar just that much more usable, especially on these guitars where we have a push-pull knob that splits this into a single coil. So we have our traditional Strat tones, but we also have the added extra hot output of a humbucker in the bridge position. So pickups on this guitar, big part of the story of the Player 2 Modified. We have Fender's incorporating modifications to the Player 2 series on these guitars at the factory level. So the nice thing about that, these are mods that you or I might do to our guitars, but these are done at the factory level, very clean, very precisely. So we have the humbucker here. We also have two noiseless pickups. I love that combination. I like it on the SH Telly in this series. I like it on this because it really incorporates, it gives you the benefit of having that kind of pristine, noiseless single coil tone, but it also gives you the benefit of a more traditional pickup. And what do I mean by that? Well, this pickup compared to the humbucker versus the noiseless is going to sound like a lot of the recordings that we're used to hearing, right? So you mix that, you get positions on this guitar where you're kind of mixing both, and it kind of gives you the best of both worlds. You have the non-refinement of that humbucker pickup with the really refined, kind of hi-fi noiseless pickup. So a little bit of a tone machine. I dig that. I think it's cool. New finishes on these guitars. So let me jump to that as I work my way up. Holding the electric blue with a rosewood fingerboard. Rosewood is back in this step-up line from the Player 2 series. So rosewood is back in place of Pal Ferro, so everyone's happy about that. Timeless feel, timeless look. Other finishes in this model include the Olympic Pearl on the floor stand here, Sunshine Yellow over my shoulder, and what do we have? Dusk back there as well, which is the really deep dark purple. Looks really sharp. And what Fender did in this series is kind of cool with some of these guitars. You'll see various pick guards and plastic combinations. So I think the electric blue in the single coil Strat, if I'm not mistaken, had a pearloid pick guard. And this one obviously has the black, looks really cool. Same with some of the other guitars behind me. So go to the website, check those out. They all look really cool. Three-tone sunburst over my shoulder, another classic finish. So new finishes, excited about that. Cool stuff. Stability. Big part of the mods that Fender does to these guitars. Locking tuners, so more stable tuning. We have faster string changes, which is one of the main reasons I put these on my Fender guitars. I just like having fresh strings, and just a couple turns of a knob, pull the string through, tighten it back down, you got fresh strings on your guitar. Tusk nut at the top of the guitar as well, so that ties into the stability story on these. So Tusk, more premium material, less prone to string slippage through there. Again, stability. 9.5-inch radius. We have the choice of maple as well. I mentioned the rosewood earlier. We have maple on these guitars. Again, added switching down here. Block saddles at the bridge. So, and then one thing you can't see on these that I don't know if I mentioned it in the other Strat video. The trem block, the tone block inside the guitar has kind of clean chamfered edges, rounded edges. So just high performance, sleek, built for stability. That's really the story with these. So if you're looking for a player that is maybe a step above a player 2, you want some of these more premium features, you want the stability of locking tuners, stability of block saddles, the pickup combinations. This sits up a step, but you're not going to stretch your budget up to an Ultra 2 level or an Ultra Luxe. This is giving you, the idea is more value at this price point. So these all come with a premium gig bag as well. Really exciting guitar. So I'll play through, we'll give you some clean sound samples and some overdrive, and we'll reconvene here. One last thing that I'll mention about the Player 2 Modifieds is that they all have a treble bleed incorporated with the volume knob. So what that means, as you roll down the volume, you're not going to get tone loss. Another just premium feature that on a step-up instrument, it's nice to have. It's something you would expect. If you have questions about these guitars, go to the website, check out the full specs on the website. But more importantly, there's a chat feature there, and the phone number is on the website. Feel free to call us. Glad to talk you through these guitars or anything else we sell. Remember, full pro setup on these before shipping. Thanks for watching.